Welcome to Freaky Fauna Friday, where every Friday we take a little time and explore some of the freaks of nature from around the planet we cherish so deeply. So please, jump aboard and let's explore the wilds together. Welcome to Freaky Fauna Friday. I am the great and peaceful Mystery.
And I'm Jay.
Today we're going to talk about a predator that is probably in my top 3 list of animals I would not want to be in their environment with.
Ooh, sounds scary.
And I think a lot of people underrate this predator because we see it on our environment and you're like, oh, that's a big goofy thing.
Okay.
Is the leopard seal.
Oh, the leopard seal. Okay.
Very, very scary predator.
Didn't we just recently talk about monk seals?
Yeah, and last week's Cryptocorn episode.
That's right. Okay.
Now listen, seals and sea lions in general are very, very different, as in the number of species and how each species interacts and stuff like that.
Okay.
So people do get that idea. Like harbor seals are the ones you see come up with divers a lot of the times and that kind of stuff. And they can give you a pretty nasty bite.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time they're pretty playful with it and everything like that. These aren't them.
So sea lions are different?
Sea lions are another thing that are different. But this is a leopard seal.
Leopard seal, that's right.
So even though it is a seal, it is very different than like a harbor seal or a hooded seal or a monk seal.
Okay.
You know, the monk seal, like you were just talking about, are known for their docile nature.
Right.
These guys are not.
Leopard seals.
Leopard seal is a carnivorous mammal known for its slender body and its extremely powerful jaws. They have exceptionally sharp teeth, impressive speed, which allows them to develop one of the ocean's top predators in the Arctic.
Well, where do they get the leopard name from?
There are spots on them.
Okay, they are spotted.
Yeah. They're gray on top, or they're 2 different shades of gray. Like the top is a dark gray and the bottom's light gray, that cryptic patterning. But they have black spots all through their body, and it varies from individual.
Okay.
Some individuals have almost none of the black spots, and there's some that are very spotted.
Gotcha.
They're sometimes also called sea leopards. These agile animals feast on penguins, seabirds, and shellfish mostly. They will sit patiently on the edge of the ice sheets, waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike and snatch prey. Let's get some basic information. Where these guys habitate, mostly on ice shelves and open oceans.
Okay.
But these once again, they're mostly found in the Arctic, but these are guys that can end up in weird places.
So you're more than likely not going to run into these guys.
They have ended up in Africa, in South America, in Florida, in Australia.
Okay.
There was one guy that got severely injured from one in Australia because he thought it was dead when it was sleeping.
Oh, gosh.
And he came up and he was poking it and it bit him.
Made a big mistake.
Yeah. He was lucky it was not an adult.
You know what they say, leave sleeping leopard seals as they lie.
Lifespan in the wild, 12 to 15 years. How big do you think these guys are?
I don't know, 7.5, 8 feet long.
So that's the minimum size. They get all the way up to 13 to 14 feet long.
Oh, wow.
How much do you think they weigh?
700 pounds.
1,300 pounds.
Oh, I was way off.
About twice the weight of an adult African lion.
That's pretty big.
So, yeah, that's the thing is people do not picture how big and monstrous these things are. Like I already told you, their diet's mostly penguins, fish, seabirds, and smaller seals. But they won't stray away from getting a porpoise or any other mammal or bird or fish.
So anything that's meat.
If they can catch it, they are going to kill it.
They're going to eat it. Okay.
And keep in mind, you are a lot smaller than them.
Oh, yeah.
They eat seals your size.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, for sure my size, yeah.
I mean, our size, human size.
Right, yeah.
A 200-pound range, you know.
Oh, yeah, a lot bigger than me.
Their only real predator is killer whales. They don't really run into great white sharks that often, which is a seal-eating shark. Even if they did, great white sharks would probably think twice about it because of their sharp teeth and their ability to swing back and bite.
Okay.
So it's very hard. That's the same reason why they don't really mess with adult elephant seals and walruses.
Just leave them be.
Because it's just not worth it. Because they have the ability to turn around and really do some damage. There's only one species of these guys left.
Oh, we're down to the last one.
Yeah, but the rest of them went extinct. They had a tropical counterpart in Africa that would hunt animals like a crocodile.
Oh, wow. Okay.
They can swim about 25 miles per hour in the water.
That's pretty fast.
They're pretty much just a crawl on land, but if you get close enough to get bit, it's going to suck. They are listed as least concerned.
Oh, okay. So they're not endangered at all.
Yeah, they're not endangered at all. Sorry, threw me off. Leopard seals inhabit the Antarctic pack ice. Sorry, and they're due to remote locations. Not much is known about their behavior, how they breed, or how they reproduce. They're very solitary, and they're most of the time skittish of people, and especially in boats and stuff like that. And like we've talked about on the main show and this show a lot, the commercial whaling and sealing industries. These guys didn't get very hammered by that, but they knew people were bad news because they get shot from a distance.
Yeah, they got enough of it to know, like, stay away.
They are the second largest species of seal.
Oh, okay, that I didn't know. So they're right behind the elephant seal.
Yes.
Huh.
They have, like I said, a long muscular body and extremely massive jawls with sharp teeth. But yeah, that's something I found really interesting. The second largest species of seal. Because you see them depicted and stuff like that. I'll talk about a story with a filmmaker, a diver. When you see them in the water with people, then you really get a view of how big these animals actually are.
Right, yeah. And then they don't even touch elephant seals.
Yeah, especially adult male elephant seals are a whole different ball game.
Right, yeah.
Females are generally larger than males. They can, like I said, measure anywhere from 8 to 11 or 12 feet, weigh from 500 to 1,300 pounds. They are similar to size to some walruses.
It's pretty big.
Leopard seals are currently protected from overhunting by the international efforts, as well as the remote habitats. The global approximation is 250,000 to 400,000 leopard seals. And so they are listed as least concerned.
Right, that sounds like a lot.
Yeah, but keep in mind that's a huge swath of land.
Well, it's true, yeah.
But they are apex predators, so they don't like button up against each other very often.
I wonder how one would do against a polar bear.
Probably okay.
Yeah, probably.
I
guess it depends what.
Yeah, imagine where it gets caught, and if the polar bear gets it behind the head, then it's kind of done.
Yeah.
But if the polar bear grabs, because when they hunt walruses and stuff like that, they grab the tails.
Oh, okay.
Because walruses will try to run away.
Yeah.
These guys will probably turn around and nail them.
Right. Yeah. Do these guys pop up through the ice too? Like
most of the time they're on ice edges. They're not really cutting a hole, but we don't know that. Antarctica is very, very hard to research.
Yeah, it's hard to study.
I'm ready for some freaky fauna facts.
Oh, yeah.
They do not have external ears.
Oh, okay.
So like other true seals, leopard seals do not have external eel structures. Instead, they have internal eel channels that connect to the environment via a circular opening. So this is one of the differences between seals and sea lions. Sea lions have external ears.
Okay.
Seals
do not. They're all inside. Okay.
And then that's how the other thing is like feet placement and stuff like that. You ever seen sea lions like stand up? Seals do not.
Okay, yeah, where they'll stand up and like clap and things like that. Yeah.
Seals really can't do that.
Okay.
Like sea lions and walruses, they are pinnipeds. So they are part of the mega group of seals and sea lions.
Okay.
Pinnipeds are a group of marine animals that possess flippers, front and back limbs. There are 34 species that belong to this group, and the leopard seal is one of them, the second largest. Out of all seals, they have the most diverse diet. So seals are generally very specialist. These guys will eat anything. They are mighty predators. Leopard seals have one of the most versatile diet among all seals. They feed on krill, squid, penguins, and more. They've even been known to eat other seals and sea lions if they can. But they have their teeth, their back teeth actually have a straining function. So they can take mouthfuls of krill and strain out the salt water.
Oh, nice. Okay.
They're very, very unique animals. Yeah, very adaptable.
Very versatile.
Number 4, they smash their prey against the water to break it apart.
Oh, okay.
So they'll grab seals or penguins or whatever, and they'll just kind of death slam them into the surface of the water to bust them into pieces.
Like a Bigfoot slamming an alligator into a tree?
Yeah, or a crocodile.
Oh, crocodile.
Crocodiles do this too. There's actually a lot of similarities between these guys and crocodiles, believe it or not. Their teeth allow them to filter out krill's the next one, like I already spoiled. They actually have, I highly suggest everybody look up a picture of their teeth because they look like shark teeth, the shape, but they have these whorls inside of them to let water out.
That's pretty unique.
They look like they're etched, like designed, like a human's making art with them.
Ooh, that could be a cool little like souvenir if you find a carcass or a skull.
Make sure it's dead.
So some leopard seal teeth.
Number 6, they have multiple ways to keep warm. In addition to their waterproof coats, seals possess a thick layer of blubber to keep them warm. To help their young pups grow the blubber layer, mothers produce milk that contains a high amount of fat. Yeah, there you go.
Well, that makes sense. That's typical, though.
7, seals, the pups grow remarkably quick after birth. The gestation period of leopard seals is approximately 10 months, which is very long,
Yeah, it is.
after which a seal gives birth to a single pup.
What? Just one? Wow. Okay.
From their mother's milk, the pup can double in size in the first few months.
Oh, wow. Okay.
They only have one known predator in the natural environments, and that's killer whales. Due to their size and hunting capacities, leopard seals are at the top of their food chain, except when it comes to killer whales. But that's pretty much for everything that lives in the ocean, including the blue whale.
Right.
Besides people, the only thing that really messes with them is killer whales.
Killer whales. And they've never killed a human outside of
captivity.
Captivity. Yep.
Each male has a distinct song they use to attract females. So it's like a thumbprint. The mating season of leopard seals lasts a few months from late October to January. To entice potential mates, males generally vocalize. It's called songs. Each male has a unique song that sets them apart from other males in breeding colonies. So they make their own song.
Pretty cool.
10, leopard seals are highly solitary. They do not like to live in groups.
Okay.
Males and females will part very quickly after mating.
Oh, okay. Even the males and females are solitary. Yeah. Wow, okay.
In general, leopard seals will live alone, besides maybe having their sole pup. They are territorial and attempt to drive any animal that gets too close to their territorial land. They have been seen in numerous accounts of leopard seals' encounters with humans, and they have not ended pleasantly.
I bet not.
No, I mean, yeah, it's not good.
I would have never imagined, though, when I think of seals, that they're like the apex predator of their environment. I would have never really pictured that, but it does make a lot of sense. Especially they got a nasty attitude. They're very solitary. They got a mean bite.
They're pretty anti-seal.
They're anti-everything, it sounds like.
I mean, like, for the general feel of seals, they're pretty anti-everything that seals stand for.
Gotcha. Okay.
Generally speaking, seals are very social animals.
Yeah.
Not docile necessarily. There are species that are extremely docile, but not just full-out aggressive.
Right. Yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. These guys are just so, I don't know, food-driven, hunger-driven, or I don't know, to develop that aggression. They just had to fill the niche. Maybe, I don't know.
So unlike other seals, they have not been commercially hunted for their fur.
Right.
So over the past few decades, the demand for fur products has been in decline. Leopard seals, despite their name, after being named after their spotted appearance, have historically not been pursued for their coats.
Probably ain't worth it.
Yeah. Well, they're very rare. I said they're very solitary. They're not in big colonies.
Right.
They're really nasty. They're very large.
Yeah. So having to deal with one, when you run into it, yeah.
You'd rather go for the colonies of animals where you can kill 50 of them in one go, rather than this one that's going to turn around and fight back.
Be trouble. But man, I bet you that coat's going to be really warm.
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea. I don't know if they've ever been produced, but there was never a commercial industry for it, unlike every other species of seal.
If someone brought you a leopard seal cape, would you gladly accept it?
If it was humanely sourced.
Fair. That'd be pretty cool.
Okay. So 13, they are the only seal that hunts warm-blooded prey.
Oh, okay.
Other seals solely hunt on cold-blooded prey such as fish, shrimp, krill, and crustaceans.
Right.
Leopard seals, because of their size and ferocity, are the only kind of seal that hunts warm-blooded prey such as penguins and other seals.
And birds too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Penguins are birds, but...
Oh, yeah, duh.
It's okay.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm thinking.
There's even some evidence to suggest they hunt young porpoises. Probably not baby killer whales, because normally there's killer whales with baby killer whales.
Right, yes.
We're not too far by. But some smaller species of dolphin and porpoise, they probably do take a run at.
I could see that.
14, there has only ever been one leopard seal caused human fatality. 2003, a British marine biologist, Kirsty Brown, was attacked and dragged underwater by a leopard seal.
Oh, that'd be terrifying.
It looked like a crocodile attack.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, she passed away from the incident. It was an extremely surprised incident for local researchers, and there remains to this day the only direct death caused by a leopard seal. Now, there's plenty of bite history with leopard seals and people dying from that later.
Okay.
This is the only time that a leopard seal has deliberately killed a human.
Yeah, right. Right then and there.
But the bites are generally to run people out of their territory, like I already mentioned, that they are very territorial.
Yeah.
and they view humans as another predator, so they do not want humans in their area.
I don't want to get bit by anything in the ocean.
This would be up there for a
Oh
bad
yeah,
bite.
oh yeah, it would be.
Now, out of all this I've told you about them, would you ever think they would have a sweet side?
I get as so far, no, I guess I wouldn't, but so they do.
One leopard seal, at least, Paul Nicklin had an experience with one leopard seal, and he says he'll never forget it. You can look up his videos and his pictures. This is probably the most famous encounter with a leopard seal in any kind of positive light.
Okay.
It's very odd, though. So while documenting leopard seals in Antarctica in 2006, Paul experienced what he says he'll never forget. Experience has recently resurfaced and gone viral all over the internet, thanks to remixing and posting on Facebook and other outlets. He says, leopard seals are the most incredible animals I've ever had the pleasure of photographing. When you get in the water with a wild animal, you're essentially giving yourself up to that animal because as humans, we are quite helpless and vulnerable in the water. You're at the seal's mercy. You're at the predator's mercy. Not only did the leopard seal not attack, as some predicted they would, they tried to feed him seals. Penguins.
Oh.
They followed him around and gently pushed on him nonstop.
Okay.
So what happened is this giant, and keep in mind their head is larger than a grizzly bear's head. They have a bite force on, close to that.
Yeah.
This massive female seal comes up to him and is acting kind of aggressive, and he's just holding the camera up. It starts chewing on the end of the camera, and it comes up to him and starts touching him with its nose and like swimming all around him and looking at him. 13-foot long, a sea monster, a true sea monster.
Yeah.
And the guy's just filming it, staying still in the water, and it keeps nudging him. Then it goes away, and then it comes back, and it has a still live penguin in its jaws.
Oh my gosh.
And it tries to push the penguin into the camera and lets go, and it watches the penguin swim away. So it's just looking at him, even cocks its head at him.
Like, what are you doing?
So it goes and catches the penguin again, and it injures it this time. It bites one of its flippers off.
Oh no.
And then it pushes it back into the camera. Penguin swims away really roughly, and it's like cocking its head, and like, so then it goes and kills the penguin and starts giving it to him and pushing it at him. Then it breaks the penguin apart and is trying to give him chunks of penguin. And it just swam with him all day and kind of nudged him, and they don't know what was going through her head.
Huh.
The guy said it really felt like a nurturing nature.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like, at least.
That there's thoughts that maybe she had recently lost a pup.
And she was trying to just fill that void.
Yeah, that she was still in the maternal mode.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the top predator tried to feed him multiple penguins over a 4-day period.
Oh, dang.
So every time he got in the water, she would show up.
We'll bring a penguin.
Bring a penguin or another piece of prey or fish.
Just poor penguins.
Oh, no, they got the rough end of the deal.
It sounds like it. Oh.
Yeah. So there you go.
Ah, good. I ended on a feel-good story.
Head the size of a grizzly bear's head.
In the water? No. If I ate that swim up to me when I was face-to-face with it, yeah, there would be some debris in that ocean.
Here's the thing: there's less kills than grizzly bears.
Yeah,
but there's also less opportunity to run into them.
That's true too.
They're in Antarctica.
Right? Yeah. No, Arctic.
No, Antarctic.
Oh, okay.
No bears.
Oh, I thought you said Arctic.
I may have messed up.
Oh,
They're
okay.
in Antarctic. They're no bears.
Okay. Well, that's why they didn't run into any polar bears.
Yeah. They're in the south.
That makes more sense. Again, Antarctic, no bears, Arctic bears.
Yeah.
That's how you know the difference.
It just means it literally translates to bear.
Right, yeah.
Antarctic means no bear.
Yep.
No, so yeah, these guys are fascinating. I've loved leopard seals forever. So they do end up in weird places like all seals do.
Uh-huh.
I think they've made it to Alaska a couple times.
Yeah.
The other side of the planet.
So they got up there.
Do you remember the Sled Dogs movie?
Yeah.
That was a leopard seal that came out of the killer whale carcass that was trying to eat the dogs.
Oh, okay.
That scary monster animal. That was
sense.
a leopard seal.
Makes sense.
And they're known for having a really, really bad attitude.
Huh. Well, so the movie was accurate, huh?
Mm-hmm. I just wish there was a movie about like a group of seal hunters in like the 1800s that are out there in like boats hunting fur seals, killing them for their oil and their fur. Like literally there's a species of seal called a fur seal.
Yeah.
And they're slowly getting stalked and picked off by a leopard seal. Like the biggest leopard seal ever.
That'd be a scary movie.
One eye.
Yeah.
All nasty looking,
Gnarled. It has a harpoon still in him from 18. 22 or something.
Mhm. That'd be a great movie.
I'd watch it.
No, but fascinating, powerful predators. The only thing they're scared of is, like I said, killer whales. And obviously, they're not going to mess with a elephant seal. They do cohabitate with elephant seals.
Right, yeah.
Villain of the Happy Feet movies. Several times they make appearances because that's what they eat. Penguins.
So often played by the role of the bad guy
in
film.
Yeah, in film for Antarctica.
But in life too, sometimes they got to be the bad guy. They got to eat.
I mean, that's not a bad guy. It's just an animal. It's a predator.
Well, it's all perspective.
You know how you don't get eaten by a leopard seal?
You don't go in the ocean.
You don't go into Antarctica and stand on an ice floe.
It's like if you don't
get in the water with them.
It's like if you don't want to step in goose poop, you just don't go to
where geese are.
Where geese are.
All right. Well, I have been the great and peaceful mystery.
And I've been Jay.
We'll catch you next week, guys.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Freaky Fauna Friday. If you want to help the podcast grow, remember to share and give it a 5-star review.